Slenderman's arrival. Creator, Great White 313. Slenderman's arrival. Beep, 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 beep. John awoke from his dream. Huh? He said. I don't remember setting my alarm for 6 o'clock. He got out of bed and looked out the window. He saw a guy in a white hoodie. The man was standing at the edge of the woods next to John's house. The hoodie was all tattered up, as if he had it for 20 years. But then he was gone in an instant. John gasped. As soon as the man faded into the shadows, John could start to hear voices saying his name. John looked out the window once more. There was nothing there, he thought to himself. The window immediately shattered, and John woke up. That was just a dream, he muttered. He got out of bed and grabbed his lucky bat and went to investigate. When he got to the woods, he felt lightheaded. As he's walking through the forest, he seen a piece of paper on a rough birch tree, and that piece of paper said, "Help me." But out of nowhere, he heard a voice say, "Leave." John looked behind him and saw a tall man with no face. John ran as fast as he could, and suddenly he hit his head. Chapter 2. The Man with No Face. When John awoke, he was back in his room. John got out of bed and yelled, "Mom," but there was no answer. So John looked around, but he could not find her. John looked out the window, and there was the man with no face. John ran up the stairs and hid in the closet and called 911. 911 said that the cops would be there and that this better not be a prank. John thought the guy was gone, so he came out of the closet and looked up the man with no face on his computer. On his computer it said stuff like Slenderman and Slenderman sightings, but John didn't know what Slenderman was. So he changed it to images, and he saw the same thing that he saw in the woods. John backed away from his computer in fear, and he got the chills. He looked behind him where there was a window, and there he stood, looking at me, almost as if he and I were in a staring contest. I ran back downstairs in fear and went to my friend's house, Alex.